2 years ago today, we were headed downtown. It was a gorgeous day, and the reason we were doing it was we were excited. We were going to plan this epic trip we were going to take in the summer. Right around 40th and Dodge, a person decided to cross Dodge Street in a car. In their car, they just came out of a side road, and we hit them. And so it's kind of blurry from there, but for the most part, we were both laying in the middle of Dodge Street. By the way, they left us there. Everybody that looks at the motorcycle said that they have no clue how we even made it from the accident, because it was pretty messed up. And we've made a comment before that when you hit a brick wall going at about 35 miles an hour, it does some damage. I was just in the emergency room. I ended up with a concussion and 5 broken ribs and just bruising. So I wasn't as bad as he was. He had gone through surgery, but then they lost him. And they had to bring him back.
Little did Theresa and John know, as they lay on separate hospital floors, that their daughters would be facing some very difficult medical decisions.
I think if you don't have something down in writing, you're putting a lot of the responsibility on another individual to make those decisions for you. With everything going on at that time, a lot of emotion comes into it. And they even joke sometimes. They'll say, well, if we have to make the decision, we're going to keep Dad. Mom, we'll let her go. But it's just the way the kids are. But when it does come to that, they actually had to face that issue. And my one daughter did admit, I can't make this decision.
Another tragedy in the Foster family drove home the importance of advanced medical planning.
6 months after we had our accident, our youngest daughter passed away. She wasn't sick. It was a very sudden situation. And when we were still in the emergency room, my son-in-law came in, and I told him, I said, going forward, you're going to have to make a lot of hard decisions. And he said, Mom, I can't. He said, because she made all the decisions. And at that point, he knew nothing of what to do, or nothing of what she may have wanted.
Theresa heard about the Nebraska Emergency Treatment Order, or NETO form, from her cousin, Dr. Lou Lucas. The NETO form provides a comprehensive way for people to make their emergency medical wishes known, speak for themselves, and avoid excruciating decisions for family members.
If this paperwork would have been in place for us prior to our accident, I think it would have put our daughters at a lot of ease, because they would have known they had a reference to go to. They would have known what Mom and Dad might have wanted. You can sit here right now and say, absolutely not, never ever do I ever want to be on a feeding tube. Do not keep me on machines, let me go. That's an easy statement to make. But when you expect an individual to follow through with your request, that's a hard decision for them to make. Because they're actually looking at making the decision to let you go or to keep you alive and hope you will still be able to have a good, healthy life. You don't want to put people through that. You don't want people to go through the agony of I gotta let them go. But if that's what their wishes are and it's on the documentation, it's a lot easier. It really, really is.
The NETO form and information has been piloted in several NHN clinics, with hopes it will be rolled out across the network in the very near future.
It just gives you a sense of peace, and not that, wow, did I really make that decision? That everybody said, okay, you make the decision. So I make the decision, let's take them off. And that individual dies. And now anybody can come back and say, you made the wrong decision. If you would have just not done that, dad would be here or mom would be here. It causes too much heartache with the family members. You really need to have proper documentation.